maybe, you know, if I wanted to go check out some lights, maybe you could go see the Festival of Lights over in Cypress Grove Park, but that's not going to happen anymore. Stephen Hudak is here to chat with us about this, and this is an interesting story. 15 years running, they've had this park. People could drive through and look at some lights, and things got out of control for the very first time this year.
Well, they had a bigger crowd than they expected, a much bigger, like 4 times the crowd. So all the Who's down in Whoville are pretty ticked off right now because they decided to just pull the plug on the festival, because what was happening was traffic was backing up out of the park onto Holden Avenue, which is a 2-lane road. But from there, it was also blocking Orange Blossom Trail and Orange Avenue. It was taking some people 3 hours to go 2 miles to home. So, bah humbug,
well,
right?
It's hard to see this coming, I guess, when only 202 cars drove through on opening night last year, and then they were expecting 250, maybe a slight increase, and then 800 on Monday and 1,000 on Tuesday.
Right, 1,800 in the first 2 days, and there was no way to stem the tide. They tried to do things like they hired an off-duty deputy to help control traffic. They moved the gates deeper into the park so that they wouldn't have as many people waiting outside. They also even stopped taking admission because they thought that having to make change out of it was $3 to get in. You know, no one carries a $3. They all carry a 5, so they'd have to get change. They figured that was slowing them down, but it got worse on Tuesday. So
what are the theories? Why do they think this got out of control?
Well, they think they don't really know. That's the bottom line. They don't know, but they think it got shared a bunch of times on social media sites like Facebook and Twitter. They also think that some other communities have eliminated drive-through displays like that. So
one of the few remain.
Yeah, so it's kind of unique in Central Florida. The other thing about it, which is kind of cool, is that, you know, if you're a young family, for $3, you know, pile the kids in the car, you know, fill them full of hot chocolate, maybe give them a candy cane. They're in their pajamas. Maybe they'll fall asleep, you know, watching Santa lights and twinkling lights, and you listen to the music, so because it comes through your radio.
Oh, right.
So I don't know.
Well, it's over, except the county has said that they're going to help move some of the displays to a place near Lake Nona.
Yeah, well, yes, it's called Moss Park, but they said to me today, you know,
don't bring your 1,000 cars here.
Yeah, like don't publicize it too much. So I think they're afraid of the same thing happening out that way. So,
well, it's a bummer. Maybe pay attention, see if the Moss Park is. Don't publicize.
Yeah. Well, if you really need something to go see, maybe we can just watch Charles fall off his ladder while he's doing
that's
it.
good.
That certainly provides entertainment.
That's good viewing right there. But you know, it's sad, guys. But I totally understand those people in the neighborhood where I mean, you're trying to get home at 5 o'clock, and you know it's 8 o'clock by the time you actually get into your neighborhood. That's a mess. The only thing, there's nothing I would wait 3 hours to drive by except to see that tie, Mr. Hudak. That tie is about as awesome as it gets for Christmas.
It's the Grinch, too, in honor of the Grinch-like policies of shutting down these Christmas lights.
Does that thing light up, too? I love it.
Well, I'll light up eventually.
All right, guys, good to see you. We'll talk.